All right. Looks like I'm going to be building this kit. I've had it sitting in my backlog for a while now, so figure it needs to get built. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like. This is my first live stream. I don't expect a whole lot of people to join in on this thing, but I'm not sure where I'm going to put this. Probably on the floor. Yep, I'll put it on the floor. Right there on that basket. Truth be told, it doesn't look like. Oh, those hands. I hate those articulated hands. Gotta hate these hands. I'm not sure, but I was expecting a lot more runners in this. I mean, still a lot of runners, but I was really expecting a lot more here. That, well, that's a shock, but I'll take it. It's a win, nonetheless. And here is the manual. When did this kit come out? 2015. Okay. So there's good chances all in Japanese and not English. Yep. And all in Japanese, which is okay. No big deal. Sometimes I look at the Japanese symbols and be like, wouldn't that be wild if there'd be some Korean in there? But clearly the different symbols are between Korean and Japanese are very different. But it doesn't look that difficult, except for these freaking fingers, these hands. I don't like these hands. So I'm hoping, although not likely, it comes with pre-posed hands, but it doesn't look like it's going to. So I'm going to have to deal with these jointed fingers. I'm not entirely fond of those. I'm going to keep saying that too, because I'm really not. Especially in real grades. Oh, they're the worst. Okay. Nope. Fold it over for the shield. Okay, bazooka. Or shoulder cannon, whatever they want to call it. Wait, no. No. Yeah, bazooka. Oh, this is the origin version. That's right. It's not the one for 0079. Okay, I got you. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's different. That's got an LED unit. It's supposed to, or you can put an LED unit in there. Is that additional? Because I didn't see that. Again, the manual should show that, right? Should say there's an LED kit in here. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so there's no LED kit in here. I'm not sure what just happened there. Auto deconnected, which is weird. Okay, I'll pull that. Put that up to the side. And these are not water slides. These are stickers. Okay, so the press-ons aren't even in here either. And there's some color correction stickers. You would think with master grades we'd be able to get away from the color correction stickers, but apparently not. Apparently that's not the case. And then we have weapon effects, which on the first master grade the weapon effects are pretty boring. I think they were clear, white clear. They're boring. This looks like the weapon effects for the laser cannon or laser rifle, or beam rifle. So, okay, let me go ahead and cut these open with my semi-dull knife because I haven't sharpened it in forever. Put all these pieces off to the side. Since I'm not building like normal, you can see my entire workspace here. Believe it or not, this is where all the magic happens. But I'm not going to be able that is the problem with using my iPhone for live, is that it will drop off anytime I get a notification. So I might need to look at getting a separate device for this. I had full intentions of doing that. However, the video capture card would not work with the MacBook Pro that I've got, and I had to put the computer buy on hold because some other things came up. So I'm using the MacBook Pro for now, and this is all I'm able to really get at the moment. But okay, we'll press forward. Get all this out of the box. And okay. So we put this in my trash can over here. I get at the side of the room. Probably should get a drink. Yep, I need more water. That had Dr. Pepper in it. That's okay. Well, I'll go get some water momentarily. I'd like to get music going. However, I don't want to get any copyright strikes. So we're going to go pretty silent on this. I might try to find some royalty-free, if I can, and put it on a continuous loop. Though I'm going to have to create a template for live videos, I think, if YouTube allows that, if you can create multiple templates. I'm not sure. I gotta say, thus far, just looking at this, it looks pretty detailed. No, I'm not hungry. I ate earlier. I'm good. There are some polycaps in here. There's a couple, looks like 15, 16 of them, 10, 18 polycaps. That kind of sucks. I was kind of hoping, well, there's a kit from 2015. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That tracks. And there's the runner for the weapons. That's for the cannon, shoulder cannon, beam rifle, bazooka, the ammunition, and looks like thighs, feet, pads, calves. Okay, so that's beam saber. Okay. These, I hate these with a passion. I don't like these hands. I really don't. They're awful. And then we've got these beam sabers from 2006. So, or the blades from the beam saber are from 2006. So this kit came out in 2015. So it's like, what, 9 years? So they're using a 9-year-old beam for the beam saber. Okay, I think this is pretty common. A common thing for most of these kits is to use stuff from prior, so they don't have to constantly remake them. Although I kind of wonder if there would be any reason why they wouldn't do this and create new beam sabers to go with the new production of the kit. Maybe it just doesn't make sense. They just made a whole bunch of these in bulk and figured, what the hell? That would make sense too. Anyway, and then the A runner, parts of the shield. This tiny little piece here for the looks like the waist unit. So that tells me it's going to be in like a bunch of different pieces. Same here for the waist unit. That is for the torso, or the torso for the top. There's a vents right there. Okay, I like these vents. These vents, I like the RX-72 1.5 that I built. These don't move, which I like this better because the other ones, they were just, they sucked. That was my first master grade and it was awful. I didn't like the way that they were put in there, and I didn't like that they could open and close. It just felt like they were flimsy. And of course, then we got here the weapon effects, which is kind of cool. And then some clear plastic here. So that tells me the clear plastic pieces are meant to be used in combination with this little color correction sticker or sticker template, plastic, whatever. So let's see here. Use my paint stick, and eyes are separate. It looks like, let's see if I can get a better light here. Eyes are separate. That's for part of me wants to say that's for the head. Again, this is also for the head too, rear and front camera. I couldn't say what this is for. This is probably for the sight on the beam rifle, and then, or one of these are. I'd be interested to see what that does, what those are for. I was kind of hoping for the rub-on stickers. I like the rub-on decals better, because these tiny little stickers, that they're raised, so you can tell even after a matte varnish. I mean, you can still tell that you put stickers on the kit, and it's raised, so it does kind of suck. What are you gonna do, really? It's a kit from 2015, so it is what you get. I have yet to build a kit with any water decals. And the first kit I built, that thanks for whoever joined, the first kit I ever built, I thought had water decals are actually the press-ons, and I had the hardest time figuring those out. But now that I've adapted to them, I actually like the press-ons a lot. I just wish I made a custom press-ons, those hard press-on decals. I wish they made custom ones. And if they do, if somebody's watching this and they know any that are made third party, let me know so I can buy some, because I would really like to buy some better press-on decals. With that said, I'm debating if I'm going to use the Tool 3.0 or the 1.0. I'm thinking I'll probably stick with the 1.0. No, I'll go with the 3.0 because I've been using the 1.0 for a lot of kit builds this past couple of weeks, so I'm going to put it away and use a different one. There are now 2 people that are watching this stream. Hello, internet in the world. Don't mind my messy setup or whatever this is. It feels chaotic now that I'm looking down on it. Yes, yeah, decals are tedious. I love them though. Decals are tedious, but I love them. The hard press ones are, again, like I said, my favorite. But I have yet to work any water slide decals, and I'm not afraid of them. I just worry I'll screw them up. And if for some reason this stream gets interrupted, it's because I'm using my iPhone up top here, because my Panasonic Lumix does not interface with my MacBook Pro currently, even with a capture card. So I got to figure that out or buy a different capture card. I'm thinking if I stay with the setup, I'm going to go with an Elgato capture card because I know that will work. I just I figured I'd cheap out and go the $30 route. Wherever it went, I think I tossed it in the move. So it's whatever. Anyway, so where's the... I don't plan on finishing this build tonight. There's no way that I'm actually going to build this kit all the way tonight. I think I'm going to build maybe probably like the body unit and see how far I get from that, and then probably call it quits. I'm going to take my time with my master grade builds because I really want to enjoy the process instead of feel like I'm having to rush the damn things. Especially because, like David here, he's working on a gym right now. I've got a master grade Jesta sitting in my backlog that I would love to work with, but that Jesta, when you look at it, it just screams customize me. So I want to wait until I can really put a lot of effort into that thing. I really do. I think that kit would look phenomenal if it was custom. And I've found some. I was looking at some paint markers the other day. Some acrylic paint markers, not these. These are acrylic ink, these gallery, and a lot like the Gundam markers. I found that since I've been using these, they do bleed a lot like the Gundam markers. So I'm trying to avoid these and the Gundam markers. The Gundam markers I do use for panel lining on certain kits, like I did on the Master Grade Strike Freedom I built. I use the gold and silver to do panel lining, but on here, these markers bleed so bad. They were like $25 and they bleed so bad. And the ink, but the pro here is that the ink dries really fast compared to the Gundam markers. So you're able to really get something detailed or colored really well, really quickly, and then the ink will dry really fast. So that is a pro. The con is that they do bleed a lot. So I've been using some cheap paint brushes I got from Hobby Lobby to kind of apply this, and I use those little paint I forget what the little... Hold on, they're right here. I use these things to put them in, and then get what I can before it dries, and then repeat the process until I'm done, which is tedious. Anyway, moving on because this can get pretty long and irritating. Good night. The joys of parenthood. Anyway, so let's see. What do we need to build this? All this. So let's start separating all this. I have thought about getting a bigger desk in the future. This desk was a quick buy for me because I needed to replace a table. I bought a table a few years ago that I was using for a computer desk. And when I started building Gunpla, I realized I was running out of room really quickly, so I needed to buy a new desk. So I bought this desk on Amazon. I thought it was bigger than it was. So when I got it in and put it together, my son and I put it together, the thing was tiny, like super tiny, real thin compared to that table I was working on. So it was an adjustment. Then I realized that I would need more space. And so I bought another desk, which is over here, hosting my 32-inch Acer Predator and my MacBook Pro and all my other gear. And then on this other side, on the other side of the table, I've got all my tools and paints and a remote for my TV. So I can have some background noise sometimes. So yeah, it's been a whirlwind to get this whole process started. And so anyway, where I was getting at with that is I want to get a bigger desk because I saw like the YouTuber Mecha Gaikatsu. He's got these stackable paper trays that he uses, and he puts the runners in there. And I really like that. And I didn't think of that upon starting this gunpla because I didn't know, and I wasn't sure what runners came with this or how they were built out, what they look like, and suddenly you get this, and you're like, where am I going to put all this crap? More often than not, you put it off to the side over here somewhere, and you just pick through the pile and go, okay, I'm going to go through this pile and find the piece I need and start plugging away. So that's basically what I'm going to do with this master grade. As I'm building it, I'm just going to put all the pieces over here where my camera is, my Apple Watch, and all that crap. And my one of my favorite snacks. These are awesome. If you haven't tried these, try them. They're awesome. Don't eat them all in one go because you can, but I like these. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, let's build a body. In some of my videos, I've said that I could talk a lot. I really can. I think it's a nervous tick of mine when I wouldn't say uncomfortable, but I'm just not used to this yet. But I'm trying to be engaging if I can, or at least have some level of conversation with y'all, whatever the case may be. Yada yada yada. I'm actually kind of stoked that there's more than one person on this live stream, not including myself. The last time I tried this, I sat here for 45 minutes and there was nobody on it, so I was like, well, I'll turn it off. So that's what I did. C29, C30, C33, and E14. Okay, so I got to find the C sprue or the C runner. If I call them sprues, it's because I played Warhammer 40K early in the 2000s, and I dropped a crap load of money on. Okay, all right. See, I'm not sure why I did that, but it did it anyway. Back to the story. I spent an embarrassing amount of money on Warhammer 40K back in the 2000s. When I was younger, I worked at Burger King, and I was making, like, back then, $7.25 an hour just became the new standard for minimum wage. So I went from $5.25 an hour to $7.25 an hour. I felt like I was on top of the world. I said, yeah, I got a $2 raise. Well, you're 16 years old. You don't really think of, all that goes into that. Okay, so this is getting wildly irritating with this phone. Like I said, I've got to figure out a different solution to this. I really do. When I tried to do this earlier, it really stopped working for me. I opened up Chrome, didn't work. Opened up Safari. Safari doesn't support YouTube streaming, believe it or not. Weird. And then I opened up Chrome, and Chrome wanted to use OBS virtual camera, which doesn't make any sense. And because this one was attached to it, so I said, screw it. I just opened up Firefox again and just did that. Okay, I think I fixed that. My phone kept going to sleep or locking automatically after 30 seconds. You would think if this platform right here, the YouTube is using this, it wouldn't do that. Who knows? I think I solved the problem. If I didn't, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna order an Elgato so I can go ahead and That's the other thing I hate about working at a desk in the small area, because shit just drops. And I gotta go on the floor and pick it up. And then with the pilot. My chair is also old, so you can probably hear it's all rattly and gross. C33. All right. So typically what I've been doing with some of these builds is on the frame parts that I have a pretty good idea that aren't going to be exposed, I don't necessarily sand them down. Like here on this, I'm most likely not going to sand the chair down or the pilot seat down, because it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. You're not going to be looking at it from the outside in a way that you'd be able to see any of the nub marks not being trimmed off. There's a Amuro, tiny little Amuro. I'm not going to take the time to paint this character. I see people do that. Okay, so it's not the auto lock, it's something else. Firefox is off reaction effects click. It's like to add more impact to your gestures. I don't really know what that means. Stop it, camera. Okay, so clearly this is why I like working in a controlled environment. Stuff just doesn't fail. As obviously I can I can edit that crap out. I'm really sorry about this. I'm not sure what's going on with this phone. I'm gonna have to figure this out, because it is starting to. I can imagine if it's irritating me, it's probably irritating y'all. Okay, so looks like this goes right there. This is not at all anywhere similar to the RX 172 1.5. There is no core fighter in this. I just realized that there is no core fighter in this kit. Interesting, right? No, there's no core fighter. At least I don't think there is. I didn't see one. Oh, okay. So, no, there's no core fighter in this. That explains why you're building the cockpit like you are. Okay. Okay, no core fighter. That's cool. All right, so you know what? Honestly, I think that's going to help with the articulation and the to do the ab crunch. I think that's going to help with the articulation. So that's kind of cool. So, all right, no worries about that. All right, and so here we are building what looks to be the shoulder units. So B42, B44, and B41, and there's two times 2 on those. So I got to find the B runner, dig through this nonsense. Okay, so it's a Bluetooth. It is a Bluetooth on my computer and my phone, not playing nice. Let's see. I thought that the continuity camera for the Mac just requires the same wireless connection. Apparently, it not only requires that, but your Bluetooth connection as well. And it doesn't show my iPhone to be connected to my computer at all. So this is strange. Hopefully, what I clicked on the phone fixed that. So anyway, let's get back into this. Otherwise, in the next 5 minutes, if this happens again, I'm going to cut the stream off and get back to doing live streaming tomorrow after I fix this irritating issue. Very irritating issue. B42, B44, and B41.